It is not that Warnya is not filial to her father. More often, she feels that this medicine represents Charlie's concern for her. Charlie definitely hoped that she would keep this medicine in her hands. Therefore, deep down in her heart, she didn't want to disappoint Charlie's hope for herself, and she didn't want to use the things Charlie gave her to win Grandpa's appreciation. At this time, old Master Song suddenly remembered something and blurted out, "By the way, Honor, Warnya, you two will go to the Sanity Lab Hospital together if there is nothing to do after dinner." Sanity Lab Hospital? Honor asked in amazement. "Grandpa, why are we going there? Is there anything wrong?" Mr. Song said, "The younger generation of Suheng Wu family came to Orus Hill. I heard that something happened to a junior in the family, so they rushed over." As he said, the old Master Song said again, "It is Regnar, the eldest son of the Wu family, who is the same as your father, but your father is not in Orus Hill now. Take a look, after all, our relationship has always been good." Honor nodded, and suddenly realized, "I remember, the kid on YouTube who was mad and robbed of Shish tea some time ago seems to be a junior from the Wu family, right?" "Oh, brother." Warnya put down her chopsticks and said helplessly, "I'm still eating, why are you talking about those disgusting things?" Honor smiled and said, "I'm sorry, but I'm quick." Father Song also watched the video, and his expression suddenly became a little disgusting, so he put down his chopsticks and said, "I heard that the junior from the Wu family has been in the Sanity Lab Hospital for the past 2 days. Say hello to Regnar and tell him that your father is not in Orus Hill, so he can't come to visit, so that he doesn't take offense, and by the way, he will also say hello to your father." "Okay, Grandpa." Honor nodded hastily. The Suheng Wu family is the first family in the south of the Yangtze River. It is more powerful than the Song family. The Song family can rank in the top 5 in Orus Hill, but can't make it into the top 3. These top-notch big families are actually very close to each other. Generally, whoever arrives at their home court, the host will do their best to entertain and show their sincerity. Warnya asked at this moment, "Grandpa, do you want us to take any gifts?" Mr. Song said, "In the past few years, someone gave me a piece of cold jade, which has the effect of calming and soothing. Take it to Regnar. Tell him it is for the sick junior in their family. The effect should be small, but it is better than nothing." Warnya nodded, and said, "Okay, Grandpa, I will." At this time, old Master Song stood up and said to Warnya, "Warnya, come with me." "Okay, Grandpa." Warnya didn't know, so she hurriedly got up and followed her grandpa to his study. In the study, Mr. Song tremblingly sat on a mahogany chair, and asked Warnya, "Warnya, let me ask you, how have you been with Mr. Wade recently?" When Warnya heard this, her face instantly blushed, saying, "Grandpa, that." Grandpa Song smiled and said, "You kid, what is there to be embarrassed about? Just say anything." Warnya said embarrassingly, "Grandpa, Mr. Wade has been very busy recently. We have almost no chance to meet." Grandpa Song's expression was a little disappointed and said, "Warnya, you can't waste it like this. You are still young, but Grandpa is about to die. You can wait, but Grandpa can't wait for a few years." As he said, Mr. Song hurriedly said again, "Warnya, Grandpa said this not to kidnap you morally, nor to force you to have to do with Mr. Wade. The main reason is that Grandpa can also see that in your heart. You really like Mr. Wade, right?" Warnya nodded lightly, her face flushed and hot. She really became more and more enamored of Charlie. She likes a strong man like a man with ability. The stronger the man, the more attractive she feels. Therefore, she was enamored with Charlie. There was really no suspense. It was inevitable. Mr. Song sighed softly, and said, "The only pity is that Mr. Wade got married too early, but in modern society, everyone sees these things very lightly. For a man, second marriage is nothing, and third marriage is not even called. It's a matter, so you don't need to care about a man who has been married before. You don't need to care about who his first wife is. You just need to know that all you have to do is to keep a good man by your side forever, even if he has already been married." 10 times of marriage, as long as he can stay by your side, it's more important than anything. Warnya nodded slightly and said piously, Grandpa, I understand what you are saying. It's just that I can't chase Mr. Wade too tightly for fear that he will dislike me because of this, because I heard that Mr. Wade treats his wife very well. Yeah, Mr. Song said in agreement. In this case, it's not wrong for you to fight steadily, step by step, and secretly go through it. With that, Mr. Song suddenly remembered something and hurriedly said, by the way, it will be my 80th birthday in a few days. Please invite Mr. Wade to come over to the birthday banquet when you turn around. It's just this opportunity to meet him. This increases the relationship. Warnya hurriedly said, Okay, Grandpa, I will. Yeah. Mr. Song nodded and said, It's okay, it's not too early. You can go to Sanity Lab Hospital with Honor to see the junior of Wu's family first. Soon, Honor drove Warnya out of the house and went straight to the suburban Sanity Lab Hospital. At this moment, in the Sanity Lab Hospital, the nurse just fed Wu Qi, who was crazy. After feeding him, wiping his mouth, rinsing his mouth, and washing his stomach, Wu Qi can be considered as regaining consciousness. Lying on the hospital bed with his hands and feet tied, his face is unlovable. Several nurses resisted the nausea and walked from the inside of the intensive care unit to the family restroom outside with the filthy thing washed out of his stomach.